Why do you think Jones retired and then came back to the testing pools so early?
I have a hard time believing that he would duck somebody. Because he's good. I don't think Tom Aspinall is that hard a matchup for him. When I lost in the Olympic semifinals were automatically wrestling for the bronze medal back then. I said to my coaches, I don't want to wrestle for third. I didn't come here for a bronze medal. I think that wrestling gets much easier when you get heavier. Everything, even MMA. Aljamain Sterling, I'll tell you this. You are a better fighter than I was. Problem is, you're in a harder weight class. Guess whose fault it was?
The commission.
Luke Rockhold. So I'm like 5 over, and I tell Luke Rockhold, I go, I probably should get about 2 more pounds off before I leave. Luke had a girl lined up. He wants nothing more than to leave the gym. Everybody's like, no, you got to lose more weight. And I look at Luke, and he's like, he's fine.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new episode of the Weekly Scraps with my man, DC. How you doing?
Actually pissed off.
Why are you pissed, DC?
I'm very pissed off.
Talk to him.
Why did it take so long for you to invite me on the show? You know what's the problem? So friendships are made to be exploited. I've exploited your friendship multiple times. Why have you not exploited me yet? I'm just wondering. I feel disappointed.
I'm going to tell everybody what really happened.
No, you're lying. Don't lie to these people.
I'm not lying. You were supposed to come on the show like 1 or 2 months ago. You said,
That's not true.
You said, I got you this weekend. And then
Where was I at?
I texted you. I can pull up the receipts.
You're a liar, bro. You got to show receipts.
Oh, my Lord.
You have to show receipts. You just like your coach. Eric Nixon be doing that too. Eric's like, yo, man, do my podcast. I'm like, okay. Then y'all go dark. Y'all ask me to do it, and then when it's time for y'all to deliver, y'all don't do it.
What you say? You said I'm at the Hyatt. This is June 6th.
You're a liar, bro.
I said, yeah, where's it at?
Look.
I said, my brother, you at the hotel. You said, yo, Aljo, I'm at the ESPN hotel. What's good? I said, is the one over there? And then you said it's the Hyatt house.
Yeah.
It's like 10 minutes away. I'm laying down, bro. And you said the nigga tired. So I was like, all right. I was like, I'm trying to get you on the podcast, my brother. It's time someone interviews you. This is what I said.
Okay, what did I say?
You said, I can do it. Let's schedule it. I said, what time you thinking? So then after I hit you up, I
Stop.
said.
Let me read the rest of the message. No, it's okay, DC. Get your rest. It's all good. I'm literally looking at what you're sitting there.
Wait, now you're going to lie to the people?
Because I'm literally looking at the same
He going to lie
text
to the
group.
people. He going to lie to people. I got
I'm literally
receipts.
looking at the same text group, and
I
you said,
wow,
it's okay,
unbelievable.
my brother, get your rest.
I said, wow, unbelievable. You went home? Question mark. He said, I have to work, bro. I wish I could.
You're a liar. I got to be honest. Like, I don't even talk like that.
Bro.
I don't think I say the N-word.
Me either. Except today.
Okay, yeah, I was a little tired. Oh, you got that Funk Harbor, huh? It's like a clear edition, no?
Yeah, this one's a clear. I don't know if you tried the clear.
I never tried the clear. I have this one at my house, but it's like down here now. Sometimes I have stressful days, and
you need a little.
It takes the edge off.
It does.
It really does. It's a good
I would
product.
say cheers, but you got your cup.
Yeah, I got my cup. Yeah, I'm not drinking that much. I'm about to go watch The Wizard of Oz.
Where at?
At the Sphere.
I didn't even know they showed that.
They're showing it at the Sphere. I'm going back.
The Sphere is nice, though.
It is nice.
I've only been there once, and that was the Corner Marab
For Noche?
for the belt at Noche.
Bro, it's kind of crazy because Noche UFC last year was the biggest show of all shows. And this year it was like
San Antonio was kind of like.
Yeah, but it just didn't feel as big because the boxing fight was happening.
Yeah.
And it felt like so much was going into the boxing that and San Antonio sucks. I just got to be honest. San Antonio sucks. You been there?
I've been there.
That arena is terrible.
It's not great getting in and getting out. I would say that.
That was horrible, bro.
Yeah.
It took us an hour to get out of there.
Yeah, you're better off almost walking.
But then you can't walk.
But
There's
you
so
can at
many
least-
people.
Yeah, that too. But you could at least walk to the outside, and then you could catch an Uber somewhere. Because when you're sitting in there with the cars back to back, I'm like, we ain't never leaving.
Why were you there, Aljo?
I think it was Font versus Sandhagen that card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a man, boy.
But
I'm glad you finally let me do this, man. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, this is exciting for me.
yeah, you do all the interviews. I'm like, I think it'll be cool if someone actually interviews you. I think you got a great story.
Yeah.
What I say, 2 divisional champ, right?
Yep.
And you placed in the Olympics, silver.
I got 4th.
You took
I got
4th.
Yeah, in the Olympic Games.
So-
I lost in the bronze medal match. Yeah,
That's what it was.
Can I say something?
I thought you think
The World Championships. I got 3rd.
Okay.
Yes, I got 3rd in the Worlds. Hey, Aljo. When I lost in the Olympic semifinals, I remember I can go back to Athens, Greece right now.
Yes.
If I close my eyes, I remember losing to get Salov. And I walked out of the arena because semifinalists were automatically wrestling for the bronze medal back then.
Yeah.
I said to my coaches, John Smith, Kevin Jackson, I go, I don't want to wrestle for third. I didn't come here for a bronze medal. Like, I seriously was crying. They took me back to the house we were all staying in, and I'm in the room just crying for an hour until I fall asleep, and then I got to get up to go wrestle this bronze medal match. And I'm literally complaining all the way to the tournament. But then when you get there, right, you kind of get focused and you go wrestle.
Yeah.
I'm winning 2-0. I end up losing 3-2 in overtime, bro. 9-minute match. I lost with a minute left. I was up 2-0. He took me down. First takedown of the match, and he turned me. This great wrestler named Haydari from Iran. And, bruh, I was sad. I was kind of sad. Like, I kind of wanted that medal a little bit.
Damn.
And then they started going back and testing people, bruh. Aljo, they started going back and retroactively testing these Olympic Games. They went to 08. Muggs was getting medals. They went to 07. Muggs was getting medals. They got to 06. Everyone Muggs was getting medals. Everybody tested positive.
Oh, my goodness.
Bro, I was sitting there when they got to 05. I was like, one more year. I was like, one more year. I might have got second. I was like, yo, I know a couple of these dudes are on steroids. I was like, bro, that's when I realized I really wanted that medal.
Wait, so did you end up?
They stopped in 05.
Oh,
05 was the last
goodness.
year. I was so
Damn.
disappointed, bro. I was so disappointed. I was the UFC champion at the time. And I was like, please go back one more year. If you go back one more year,
I'm
it's
good.
gonna just boy, I wanted that bronze medal bad, Aljo.
Damn.
Bad.
I would have wanted it too. Shit.
I wanted it.
Especially when you know everybody's cheating. That's
The Mugs were cheating. They were so strong. Everybody be cheating, man, and everything. Mugs be cheating in MMA too.
they're still cheating. I
Did
would
you
say
see Yoel
100%.
Romero?
Now?
Yeah.
My man's don't got a neck.
What is Yoel doing?
He's a savage still.
He always looked big, but come on, man. You 49 years old, 48 years old, and you look like that.
That's not an old man you want to play with.
No, bro, you don't.
And he ain't that old yet.
He's not that old.
He just fought in the one of the.
He fights in that stuff.
B-
Either
BKFC?
bare knuckle or the it's the bare knuckle or the other one that Mike Perry runs.
Dirty boxing.
Dirty boxing. One of those two he fights in.
Yeah, I keep confusing the names because it looks very much the same. But
Yeah.
but dude, I wanted to say, so take me back to like your wrestling. When did you actually start wrestling?
I was like 11 when I started wrestling.
So was that like middle school?
Yes, I was in 6th grade going into 7th. And I was bad. Just living in Louisiana doing crazy stuff. But I lived right across the street from the high school. And me and my friends were all playing, fighting. And my friend PJ had like this kicking tee. Yo, in the hood, a kicking tee is like the best. Because we were holding the ball for each other to kick. You like Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Do you know what Charlie Brown
Yeah,
is?
of course I know.
Don't lie, bro, because you're
Charlie
young.
Brown kicks the thing.
Yeah, but his friend always pulls it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Lucy. Lucy. Is it?
Yeah, it's
gonna be
Lucy or
so bad.
Lucille. But so we got a tee. We start kicking it. But the problem is nobody wanted to retrieve the ball. So
Naturally.
PJ, come on, yeah,
Nobody
niggas.
wants to go get the ball.
Niggas. Hey, so PJ finally was like, yo, I'm not doing. He was younger. And he was like, I'm taking my ball and my tee home. So we started like fighting because nobody wanted to lose the tee. And so then the high school wrestling coach was leaving. And he had started this thing called the Junior Vikings. And he's like, come wrestle. Bro, I lived in Louisiana. Mid-South Wrestling, WCW. I thought I was going to do some Ric Flair. We all wrestled.
Same.
All of my friends, we all wrestled. And then they all kind of quit because it just was hard. And they weren't finding success. And I just kept doing it.
That's the hardest part when you first start and you keep losing. And your coach can keep showing you the move and you're just not getting what's happening. You're like, I keep getting taken down. I didn't even know what I was doing when I went there. I thought it was WWE. My coach said, do WWE moves, like just try to get the guy down to the floor. So we were just scrapping what we say in high school, middle school, we say body up.
Yeah.
Which is you start grabbing shirts, you grabbing pants, waist, trying to just throw the person
Take
on
him
the
down.
ground. Yeah, anything you could.
I thought I was going to do WWE, but it was top and bottom. So when I walked in there, coach was like, get down on your 2 knees.
You're like,
Hey,
no,
get down
no,
on your
no,
2
no,
knees.
no.
Get down on your 2 knees. White dude telling you that back in the day, you're like, I can't. He's like, no, listen, this is the position. That's how you wrestle. I was like, please, no.
So after middle school, did you have like eventually have success going into like your 8th grade year?
Yeah, so my first year, I was bad to begin with. But then, like, I kind of picked up on it very fast. So then only one kid could beat me. So I actually made the state finals as my first year. But I was wrestling in Louisiana. So it's much different than wrestling in New York.
Yeah.
But this one kid would beat me every time. And he beat me in 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. Every time. State finals. I don't know if I didn't win one because I couldn't beat this kid. ESPN did this special on me for E60 a while back. And I started watching it. They were like, make sure you watch the beginning because we have a surprise for you. It was the kid. They found him.
And brought him in?
He brought him in. They were like, so you wrestled Daniel Cormier as a youth? He was like, yeah, but it was like a non-event because he just wasn't very good. I was like, he wasn't very good. And he was just talking like, yo, he's not good. Yeah, I beat Daniel Cormier every time. Our record is like, I might have been like, no lie, Aljo, 1 in 15 versus that kid in my life. And I only wrestled him. I only won one time.
When was that?
I was a sophomore in high school. Or a junior.
Yeah.
I was a junior now. I wasn't a little boy anymore. You know, like I had kind of went through puberty. I was strong. I had went off and I had made the world team. I had won a world. I was like the guy now. And he was he was still good. But when I grabbed him, he even said it on ESPN. He goes, yeah, when we wrestled as older kids, he goes, I realized it was not the same person and it was bad. And I beat him bad, bro. It was like really bad. It felt like he just didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
But, you know, man, like certain people, when they hit that puberty, it's like taking like the most effective enhancer of all time.
Yeah.
And I was one of those kids.
Yeah. So then you get to high school. I'm assuming you placed in states?
Not my freshman year.
I never went to states.
In your whole career, Aljamain?
Well, I started in 10th grade.
Oh, yeah, you started late. You one of them dudes.
Yeah, really late. Just started doing off-season, nonstop, open mats, just whatever I could do, tournaments. But 10th grade, didn't place my junior year. I went to the counties to qualify for states.
But y'all got some hard state.
Yeah. But I also wasn't really good my sophomore year. My junior year, I just choked. And then my senior year, I came back and I lost to the kid in the finals when they just introduced wild cards, and I beat him the week before, and I beat him earlier in the season. And we're actually pretty good friends.
You didn't get to go to state?
I didn't get to go to states.
That is crazy, bro.
Yeah. It's
to say
sad.
that you wrestle as effectively as you went to college and wrestled.
Yeah. I became a 2-timer.
Yeah.
That was like my motivation, though.
You know who was like that? King Mo. King Mo, he wasn't as bad as you. Let's not say that. he was better. But he didn't start till he was a freshman. And then he became like a world medalist. He
did that pro wrestling league.
Real pro wrestling.
Real pro wrestling.
I was in that too. Yeah, we all wrestled in that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we all wrestled in that. It was when we could make money. They gave us $5,000.
I wish they didn't stop that.
It would be good now. Now they're doing that Real American Freestyle Wrestling, right?
Yeah,
that looked pretty good. So let's see how that turns out. But they did well. But yes, my freshman year, I did not go to state. I was a knucklehead. I got in trouble. I ended up failing off the team. My sophomore year, after my freshman year, when I failed off the team, I realized how much I like wrestling. Because I was like, man, I want to be a part of this. And then I started doing freestyle. Once I started doing freestyle wrestling, completely changed me. When I wrestled all summer, I went out to North Carolina and I wrestled in a tournament. And I got 4th and 5th in freestyle and Greco. And I was like, well, if I'm beating kids from all around the country, there's no reason I shouldn't be beating kids from Louisiana.
Yes.
Because they're not doing what I'm doing. And I went home and I never lost again.
That was your sophomore year.
Once I started my sophomore year, I never lost. I just became like different. I went from 145 to 180.
Oh my goodness.
I gained almost 40 pounds in the summer. And it was different.
You know, I could say one thing, because I coach in high school, and I would always say to the kids that would come back and blow up 3-4 weight classes, they normally don't do as well.
Yeah.
Because they're not strong enough for the weight. Yeah.
Unless they put on good weight.
Yeah.
I have this belief, and I'll tell you, I think that wrestling gets much easier when you get heavier. It's a much easier sport when you're heavier. Everything, even MMA.
Yeah.
Aljamain Sterling, I'll tell you this. You're better. You are a better fighter than I was. Problem is, you're in a harder weight class.
Very hard.
Like 20 and 25 pounders they're amazing. 35, they're amazing. They have all the skills. Whereas in heavyweight and light heavyweight, we got guys that can't wrestle.
Yeah.
Everybody can wrestle when you're smaller. It's just a harder sport when you get smaller.
Yeah, it's very different. So you went undefeated your sophomore year.
Sophomore, junior, and senior year. Yeah, sophomore year I ended up making a world team.
So
Went
three-time
state champion. Yeah, I went to the world championships, got a medal, made the world team on accident.
So how does that work? Is that like cadet?
Yeah, cadet.
Because I always see I'm like, so is he a world champion with all the grown men?
No. It's age groups.
Okay.
So I was in the cadet world championships. Made the team because they were like, hey, we're going to Illinois, Northwestern University. You want to go? I was like, I guess. I went and made the team somehow. Then I tried to hide that I made the team because I was scared to fly on an airplane because they were trying to send us to Budapest, Hungary. So then I did. I went to Budapest, Hungary because they caught my dad, Aljo. They caught my father, bro. The guy kept calling our house. Back then, we had house phones.
Yes. I remember
he actually one time caught my dad, and my dad was like, what are you doing? This man named Roy Oliver from UFC Wrestling has been calling. He said he's been calling for weeks. I was screening his ass. I was picking up and hanging up. Then he got my mom, and they went and got me a passport and made me go to Hungary.
I mean, you don't regret it, though.
I don't regret it. Hey, bro, guess what else I did?
What's that?
You want to know what else I did? I was bad. They had never met nobody like me at UFC Wrestling. I was bad. Bro, we would do 6 a.m. meditation, and I hope my kids on my wrestling team don't hear this. But, like, I would fall asleep all the time. Then one time, I snuck out. I snuck out and met a girl from Budapest, Hungary. Yeah, I had a girlfriend, dog. I was from Louisiana in Hungary as a 16-year-old kid with a Budapest girlfriend. Is that crazy?
That is crazy.
Then I was trying to sneak her on to the Hungarian Olympic Training Center, dog.
You still talk to her today?
Hell no. From the moment I left, I don't think I ever talked to her.
I wonder if she's
not
like,
a word.
I know who that man is.
She's probably like, that was my American boyfriend.
Yeah,
like, I wish I stayed with him.
Okay, so 3-time state champ, you go to Worlds.
Yep.
So you place in Worlds.
I got third. Yep.
You got third.
That's when I learned that wrestling was the real deal, Aljo, because I lost in the semifinals, and then I went back into the consolations, and I threw the guy. He landed and busted my chin open. I'm a 15-year-old kid. This is how different the world was. Bro, the doctors take me in the back. They stitched me up, wrapped tape all around my head, and let me wrestle the bronze medal match. I look back now and wonder, did they call my parents? Like, did they at least tell my parents they're going to stitch their kid?
Probably not.
I know.
Probably not.
But that's when I realized, like, yo, if I'm going to do this at the highest level, it's going to take more commitment than I'm committing right now. And it's going to take more an open mind. I'm going to have to open my mind more to knowing that my life is going to completely change going forward if I want to do this at the highest level. And it did.
It did.
It did.
I mean, you took it into the Olympics.
Yep.
So even with that process to get to the Olympic teams, I know it was different back then than how it is now. So I guess you would have to win a couple of tournaments in order to
get to the finals. So
to qualify.
Yes. So what happened was, back when I was wrestling, the U.S. Nationals, the Open, it's here every year in Vegas. That was the biggest tournament. So what they would do is, if you won the Open, Aljo, you sat in the finals. So those guys would wrestle a tournament to get to you. But, bro, they would let us weigh in on Friday morning. They would let us weigh in on Friday morning with everybody else. And then they would wrestle Friday and Saturday to wrestle you on Sunday. So the best guy got to sit for 2 days.
Oh, man.
Bro, I would eat these dudes up when they would get to the finals. I would be heavy. I was all heavy. I was rested. And, bro, it was like they're the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
They're taped up. They're bloodied. They're cut. They're all beat up. And they had to go wrestle the best guys. So they went through all those great guys, NCAA champ after NCAA champ, to go and get the best guy in the division.
So how do you even break through on that? Like as a guy coming up?
Not many guys were winning if they didn't sit. It was hard. It was hard for the guys that were when I won, Cael Sanderson won. He had to go through the mini tournament because he lost the U.S. Open that year to a guy named Lee Fullhart.
So, but if you won the U.S. Tournament Open, you would be the guy that sits. Oh my goodness!
So even though Cael had beaten him multiple times, because he lost that one match, he fell, and he had to go 3 matches to make the team. But for that team, like Stephen Abbas had won the Open, Eric Guerrero had won the Open, Jamil Kelly had won the Open, Joe Williams had won the Open, I had won the Open and Kerry McCoy. So 6 of the 7 guys that made the team, they all sat, let those guys beat each other up, and then get to us, and we kind of just feasted on them.
And it was it just one match or best
2 matches, 2 or 3. So now you got to go beat the best guy 2 out of 3 times.
Yeah, that's hard, man.
That's hard.
That's really hard to do. I'm even thinking even for like a guy like Sayudo.
Yeah.
But did he win the Open? I can't remember if he did or not.
He won the Open when he made his Olympic team.
Okay.
He was good, man.
Good for him.
He was so good, dude.
So I'm just thinking, like,
Are
to
you
have
guys
to go through
friends
that.
now?
Yeah, I did his pound for pound podcast with him and Usman. It was fun. It was just jokes the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were laughing about the fight and stuff.
Remember when
like
I interviewed you guys at his house? That was a good one. That was awkward.
It was a little awkward.
It was awkward.
Because I still at that point, I couldn't tell if he was like really coming back or not. And I told him that even on the podcast. I'm like, dude, I just couldn't take you serious because you're sitting on the sideline just chirping everybody. So I don't know if you're actually coming back or you're just having fun trolling everybody, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
he
came back and you got him though.
It did. It was a close fight.
Yeah,
but that's the same thing. Like just running out of gas in the later rounds, just getting tired from that weight cut.
Yeah,
it's just brutal.
Yeah.
But now you're coaching.
Yes.
You're coaching. So this is the team you started.
So my fight team.
Or you at a high school.
You talk about the wrestling or the fighting?
The wrestling.
Okay, so I'm at a high school, but I also have my academy, which I started.
Okay.
Yeah, I started my academy way back in 2012. When I was at AKA, I was coaching kids in 2012. I'm kind of getting to the end of that group of kids.
Okay.
I have a kid right now that I started coaching in 2013, and he's a senior. So he was 5, and he's a senior now.
That's a long time.
Yeah, he's 18 years old. Yeah.
You're pretty much like his second dad.
Yeah, he's been with me his whole life. He's going to Oregon State. He's really good.
What weight's he at?
175. No,
was he one of the kids that you ever posted like him wrestling?
Dagestan?
Like the
yeah,
Dagestan
he went
was?
to Dagestan.
Okay.
He got thrown on his head too. Those Russian kids were good. But
Yeah.
all those kids, that whole group, 2 of them are at Cornell, one's at Oregon State, one's at almost went to Oregon State. He could have went to Brown. He got into Brown, bro, and he wasn't really like he shouldn't have got in. And there was like some paperwork that he misfiled, and he ended up losing his scholarship to Brown. And then we have one at NC State. One's going to Michigan. Another one's going to Oregon State. And they between those kids, they've won 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 9 state championships.
Jesus.
Yeah. And California has 1 champ.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've
So
won
it's hard.
9. They've won 9 state championships between these kids.
That's a good program.
It's a good program.
That's really hard to do.
Yeah.
And I'm always like fascinated by coaches because you see so many different styles of how people coach at the high school level.
Yeah.
I see some guys I'm just like, you are just not good. You should not be coaching. I know you see those guys. I know you see those guys running these practices and you're like, yo, what are you doing?
Are you coaching?
So I coach fighters from time to time.
But you're not coaching the wrestling team?
I was.
Where?
I did it for 5 years back in New York.
Okay, not here though, in Vegas.
No, I did it for, I think, 3 years at Unita High School, my alma mater.
Your alma mater.
And then at Baldwin High School, I think for 2 or 3 years. But that's when it started to really like weigh on me.
Yeah.
As I'm fighting, cutting weight, I'm like, dude, because I give so much to the kids.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pick them up. I'm trying to get, just trying to do the right thing as my guy Dave Montana did for me when I was coming up. Because he paid for like all my stuff.
Yeah.
In the off seasons. And I don't even know why he picked me. He just helped out a young brother, and I never looked back. I was like, dude, I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity, and that's what my coach told me.
That makes you like one of the special ones.
Yeah.
Because there are people that don't understand the help that they're receiving.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
You see time and time again. So I'm very blessed to have him in my life, and I looked at him always as like a second dad.
Yeah.
So he was very helpful for me. And that's why I try to pay it forward as much as I can.
Oh, that's me. That's me. I had the same situation. James Ravinack paid for everything.
It takes away from a lot of your personal life, though. So
absolutely,
I understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I commend you on that because it's not easy, man.
It's not easy.
Coaching in general.
It takes a lot of time,
especially if
they're good.
Yeah,
like that's the thing, right? If you have a good team, it's like you set a standard. I've coached there now 7 years, and I've had 16 kids win state championships. So
are you on the payroll at the school?
I don't take the money. But yes, I just give it to the assistants.
Okay. Because I know.
Yes, I am a volunteer employee.
On the staff. Yeah. because I know in my situation, I kind of had like some bumping heads a little bit with some of the staff. They're like, oh, he's not really a teacher. I'm like, well, I'm certified. They try to say I wasn't certified. Here's my certification. What are you talking about?
The staff was hating on you when you were doing that?
It was weird. And I don't want to even say who it was because it's
Please
just,
say it. They deserve to get put on blast.
Nah, we kind of reconciled, but he is ultimately the reason I got pushed out of the program.
That sucks.
At Uniondown. Then I went to I don't say rival, but the next town over.
Yeah.
Because they had a lot of minority kids, and I wanted to stick within a minority community, not for the money, because it wasn't getting paid much, but those are the kids I felt needed it the most.
Yeah, I have all Hispanics, like almost all Hispanic kids in Gilroy. I've got some white kids now, but I don't think I have a black kid on my team.
No?
I think my son might be the blackest kid, and he only mixed. Who else? Musa's not black. Like this is the problem with people trying to tell you stuff from the side when they don't know what they're talking about. He's like a Muslim or something. I don't know.
He's different.
He ain't Mexican or he ain't white.
So you're coaching. I think you're actually doing a phenomenal job with the media space.
Thank you, brother.
I think it's always fun to watch and catch the sit downs. Those are really nice.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, it's nice to see former fighters get into it and kind of showing that they have knowledge on the sport. And it's not like the same typical questions. You make it entertaining, and at the same time, you're still having good conversation for the viewers, and I think also for the fighters. Because during fight week, when these guys are asking these questions, I'm just kind of like, why am I even here? Why am I here right now?
Yeah, no, I know how it is. But the beautiful thing about the ex fighter is that I lived it. I lived everything that you have lived, right? There's not a guy on this roster that can say, well, he's asking me a dumb question because he doesn't know what it feels like.
Or what he's talking about.
Or what he's talking about, right? Because I dealt with the weight cuts. I was the champion. I had to do the things that I didn't want to. And I honestly feel like when we were fighting, our schedule might have been heavier. Bro, we were like having to go in the cities to sell early. We'd go in when the fight was announced. Yeah, and then we'd go in the week of the fight. Every single fight I had, I would go into the city that the fight was announced in. So either Vegas, Los Angeles, or New York City. Most times New York City or Los Angeles, because that's where the big media hubs are. And then on the fight week, I went back into another one of those markets on Sunday to make sure I did a full media day on Monday. Then I would fly to where the fight is and do all the MMA media.
And then figure out when you're going to train.
And when to train. Bro, like up at 6 a.m., hitting pads, running. Go do all that media. And then at night, make sure I get a sauna and do everything because I was cutting so much weight. And then what was most daunting, Aljo, was I had to do the big ones. So when there was a Conan O'Brien, it didn't matter when the Conan O'Brien was, I had to go.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, it's in D.C. If it was Kelly Ripa and her husband, it wasn't her husband at the time, it's like, it's in D.C. Right? It's like I always had to go to the big ones. So it didn't matter if it was a Wednesday, I had to get up and go do it.
Those are pretty dope experiences, though.
It was very cool.
It's
but I'm just saying,
cool.
like,
no, I agree with you.
When you're cutting a boatload of weight, right, 50 pounds, it sucked. But I understood how important it was not only for me, but for the entire card in the organization to be present.
Yeah, and that's I know you showed all the guys the tricks, like even when they're talking about it, like you're having interviews with the fighters, and like especially the towel one was.
Dude, don't do that, Aljo. Aljo, man, how you gonna just be so nice to me and then hit me with that? Right, bad.
Did you see my skit for that? My parody skit.
I did not. I want to see it.
It was hilarious.
Really?
We get on the scale. We're at the gym. We're in New York. Jamie Franco. He's getting on the mic. He's the guy announcing the weight, and he's like, he's still over. I come back and you see me cut over. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I was like, I got it. And I run back to the scale. I get on the scale. They're like, oh, my God, he lost 25 pounds in 2 hours.
I want to see it. Hey,
it was so good.
Can I say something? All right.
You got to do what you got to do, man.
Aljo, especially at that point. I tried to quit. I was hurting bad.
Ain't nobody paying these bills.
Bro, man. I was hurting bad, Aljo. I was like, yo, this is a bad one. And guess whose fault it was?
The commission.
Luke Rockholds.
Oh.
Because I'm at Buffalo University running. But I'm in front of this I was in front of this shed. You know those barn doors where you roll them up, those shed doors? It's like a metal door, and you.
Oh yes.
It was so cold, so I had this draft coming in as I'm on the treadmill. Bro, I'm losing the weight, and it's coming up, but it's harder. So I'm like 5 over, and I tell Luke Rockhold, I go, I probably should get about 2 more pounds off before I leave. Luke had a girl lined up. He wants nothing more than to leave the gym. So he convinces me it's not hard because I'm feeling like I'm feeling. Yeah. I want someone to tell me to go. And everybody's like, no, you got to lose more weight. And I look at Luke, and he's like, he's fine. Let him go. I'm like, yo, we should listen to Luke. And so I listened to that moron, and I left. That's what happened, bro.
Damn, the aftermath.
That's what happened. I hope whoever was worth it to Luke, because then I had to have the most embarrassing moment of my career. But
Did
you see it in real time?
Oh yes.
Did you know what happened?
I was dying laughing. I was like, wait, what is happening right now?
Did you not? Did you know what I was doing?
Yeah, because I'm watching the measuring of like.
Can you believe
the
that
tempo? I'm like, how is this guy not witnessing anything? I'm like, even if you go under the tower and pull yourself up a little bit versus like on top, your hand.
I was off.
And balancing it the right way, it's like spirit figures.
It went down low to like 203.
Like, oh, you lost.
But you know what the problem was, bro? They had the scale on the floor. That's why now it's like right in front of you.
Yeah.
So the commission can look down and still see what you're doing. But bro, the scale was on the floor. And Aljamain, it was this lady and this guy. Bro, it's so funny. It's so funny. So for some reason, the lady's on the floor, bro. She's like on her knees on the floor looking at the scale, probably because it went to 203. And then the guy looks, and then he gets on the floor too. So the 2 commissioners are on the floor. I look down at him, and I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, wait, what? They were on the floor. Bro, it was a nightmare. My strength coach was the one holding the towel. How does your coach get to hold the towel?
Yeah,
it was a mess, bro.
It was just so. Was that California?
No, it was in New York. Oh. That was when you first started. You guys had no idea what you were doing.
Yeah,
in real time you saw it.
I saw it in real time. And
you were like, "Wait, what
witnessing this?" And I'm like, "Can he do that?"
Hey, bro, how about the reporters were all like, "He made weight. Oh my God, he made weight." Ariel was like, "Daniel Cormier just lost 1.2 pounds in 5 minutes," but he was watching my hands. They were watching my hands.
Yeah, they have no cognizant ability to grasp the concept of losing weight. But that's what made it so funny.
But here's the problem, though. I still had 2 hours to lose weight.
Yeah.
I would have made the weight.
But the fact that you came back so quick is what was even funnier.
Because my nutritionist told me, he goes, you could grab the towel. Light bulb. Yes. I was like, okay. My nutritionist was like,
friend.
Hey, remember the towel? And I was like, yes. From wrestling. Or, you know what I should have did? This would have been smarter. And I'm going to say this because I'm going to ruin it for any other fight. Somebody go behind you and lift the ass.
Just go lift up.
Hey, that's how I used to hit the California State Athletic Commission. When they would do those tests, I would put the scale top on my counter, and my coach, the little one, Rosendo, he would just sit under me and pick up my butt cheek.
Hey, you had to do what you had to do, man.
I was heavy, bro. I was a heavy guy for the weight class.
Yeah, and honestly, I think really great career. Especially, I always said my talking point has always been, if DC came over to the UFC and stayed at heavyweight, I think he's the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Yeah, maybe. But
I know there's Kane, but I'm saying
those guys were good, man. Like it's hard to say like what if, and yes, like, but again, like I went to light heavyweight and had a fantastic career. I mean,
of course,
I lost 3 times there in the UFC, and I fought 16 or 17 fights. And 10 of them were title fights.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
A lot of them.
I fought maybe 14 times in the UFC. The only fights I had that weren't title fights were Roy Nelson, Patrick Cummins, Dan Henderson, and Frank Mir. So 4.
Frank Mir was your debut.
I fought a UFC champion, my UFC debut.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy. But I fought 14 times. 10 of them were title fights. Oh, I fought Anderson. Anderson was supposed to be a title fight, but then
that whole thing happened.
Yes,
yeah.
So I had 9 title fights.
Maybe
I had 15 fights.
I'm basing this off of the skill set.
Yeah, well, yeah,
of heavyweight at the time.
Yes, but I also got old. Like at the end, I was like really old.
Well, that's at the end. I'm talking when you first came in.
When I was a kid.
When you were fighting and Bigfoot Silva, Barnett.
Bro, I was 35.
Yeah,
I was 35 when I fought. In 2013, my UFC debut, I was, what is that, 12 years ago? Yeah.
Yeah, 12 years ago.
I was 34 years old, about to turn 35. I
I'm
was
36.
old, man. Yeah, but I was like just starting.
Yeah.
I was fight one in the UFC, and I was about to turn 35 years old.
Which is
crazy.
I think it's crazy, but I think it's just overall for me it's impressive.
No, thank you.
And I know the longevity lifespan of the heavier fighters is usually longer. But either way, like still dealing with the whole career of wrestling, I don't think people understand how much of a toll that takes on your body just to get to this point of actually now transitioning to fighting. And now you got to do jiu-jitsu, you got to do boxing, Muay Thai, all this crazy other shit.
Especially when you don't know any of it. It's so hard. It's
very
so
difficult.
hard.
But I would say you're in like the point. We're like the 1% of the world, but you're in like the 0.002%.
I think wrestling makes me that more than fighting.
Yes.
Because I think that in fighting, there are guys that will reach that level, and I want to see somebody exceed it. Like, I'm not the guy that goes, I want nobody to ever defend 2 belts simultaneously. I want somebody to do it. I want somebody to elevate this sport. I don't want this sport to be what it is today. I want it to keep growing.
But I think that's going to be very, very hard.
It's huge now.
Because so many guys are getting just overall their skill set is just so much better.
And I also think that the UFC doesn't want that anymore. That's why Ilya had to give up his belt. That's why Islam had to give it up.
Because I still look at him as like, you're still technically the 145-pound champ.
He gave it up.
But if
Volkanovski's the champ, bro.
Yeah.
Who will you fight for the belt if you fight for the belt?
It'll be Volk. Don't get me wrong. I'm
champ.
saying if he were to come back down,
then he'd have to fight for the belt.
He would have to fight for it.
But he's not holding the belt right now.
But then this is what will mindfuck all the fans.
Because
you never really lost the belt. That's going to be the argument.
Of course, they're always going to say that. That's what I dealt with Jones. But let me ask you a question. Could you safely say, like, without a doubt, that if he went back to 145, he's the champ? And would you safely say, if Islam went back to 155, you're confident he would just beat Ilya and be the champion?
No.
Right? So it's hard.
No,
it's hard to make that claim whenever you have those.
I'm just talking from like what the fans would say. Like, I know if I'm fighting for the belt, I'm fighting Volk.
Yes,
I'm fighting the guy with the belt.
You only get to fight the guy that's holding the title.
Exactly. But I don't know why they kind of got away from that, because you can always do the interim titles like they've always done, and then they could just say, well, now this is the unified.
I don't know why they did it. It's extremely hard. But when we talk about, like, it's the skill set, right? You say the skill set, but, like, is it really that much different? Because if Ilya had not vacated the belt and Islam left, he would be holding 2 belts right now.
Yeah.
So the world, as much as things change, they don't change all that much, right? I think people are better today in fighting, but I don't think that's necessarily across the board. I believe that in today's light heavyweight division, if you take the era of light heavyweight that I fought in with Jones and Glover and Gustafson and myself and Rumble Johnson and Phil Davis, I think they would all do fine in today's light heavyweight.
100%.
Mainly because there's no wrestlers.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, whereas there is change, I don't know that it's overall and sweeping as most people try to make it seem.
How do you think Bader would have done?
I think Bader would have been fine. His wrestling. His ability to wrestle. He was winning against the guys that could wrestle.
Yeah, because I feel like he kind of had like an up and down over at Bellator, so that would be interesting to see how he would do in like today's.
I thought he would have did well at light heavyweight, but now he's older. I don't think he could do it today, but like when he was younger,
yeah,
Bader was pretty tough. He was.
I agree with that. Now, so do you ever miss just like the thrill of fighting? I feel like even for me, like I'm so far removed from my years as a wrestler.
Yeah.
But whenever I do go to a wrestling match, I'm kind of like,
you like it, huh? It's exciting.
I'm like shaking my arms out, like how I would approach the mat, how I would traditionally do. Like I always had like my little rituals, circle around the mat, run around, I scream, "Let's go!" and then I freaking slap my headgear. Off season, no headgear, and then I come to the mat, do my whole little shakeout, shift to the side, come back, shake hands, and I'm on that ass like right away.
Yeah,
right away.
Pause. Like mega pause. But I don't know that I miss competition. And I think that's what's kept me away from it. Most people when they retire, when I retire, especially when the organization's saying you did it too early, and you're making a lot of money, and you're still going to, the only way you're away from it is if you truly believe that you cannot compete at the level that you can compete at. I would never just fight for money because my legacy matters to me.
Yes.
So I don't want to just do it. Now, I also am lucky because I get to be around it still.
Yeah.
So many people have, when fighters retire, that's why they get on drugs and stuff. Because when they leave fighting, there is nothing that matches it. So if you've been drunk before, you feel great, woo, party. If you smoke weed and done other things, it feels good. Some people do other harder drugs, and it feels good. Nothing feels better than walking to an octagon with 20,000 people. There is nothing that will match it. There is not a woman you will lay with in the world that will, even if you're a sex addict, that no woman will make you feel what you feel when you walk to the octagon. If you're a drug addict, no drug will make you feel like you feel when you walk to that octagon.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it.
I remember saying that to somebody, and they thought I was crazy. I'm like, nah, I just don't think you get it.
It's the most exhilarating thing ever. You hit that,
your song drops.
You're walking in 5, 4, 3, 2, and
1. Walking.
And here comes your music. And as you walk towards the octagon, the music gets louder. And you start to hear the crowd, DC, DC. Honestly, Aljo, it was too much for me. That's why I ran. That's why I ran. I could not take in all of that. And then try to refocus. It's too much. It was too much for me because I know myself. It was too much. So that's why I ran to the octagon. I wanted to feel the energy, but I could not absorb all of it. Bro, every time I got to an arena, I would walk into the bowels, go into the crowd at the bottom, and just take deep breaths of the smell, the feel, hear the crowd as they're paying attention to what's going on in there. Because I know that much energy can be jarring for someone. And I didn't know that I could handle that. So I always tried to make sure I was prepared. But then the moment, Aljo, I'd be nervous. I'd be feeling this range of emotions. And then when I would hit the bottom step and I would walk up and I would smack the sides of the octagon every time because we had this sign when I played football where we would slap before the field.
Yeah.
And when that door would lock, I'd be like, God dang it, dude. I might have been nervous 30 minutes ago, but I would not want to be any other place in this world.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck somebody up. Like, seriously. Like, it was like the best. And I haven't felt anything like it since. And I don't think I ever will.
Yeah, it's a scary thought for me because, like I said, I'm 36 now. I know I only have so many more fights left to give. I got signed. I don't know if you remember this, but my UFC debut was UFC 170. Your whole rivalry with Pat Cummins.
Oh,
I remember
God.
that like it was yesterday. I remember seeing you. I saw Pat, Ronda Rousey, Sarah McMahon for the first time. Like, you guys are working out. I'm like a kid in a candy store, but I'm also like, you're part of the show too. Control yourself.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys for pictures so bad and fanboy out because I've been watching for so long. But I made sure. But even going back to that, it's just there's really no other feeling. So going back from there, I was 24.
Jeez,
so 10 years, your debut, right? And now I'm 36, and I'm like, damn, one day this is unfortunately going to stop.
But I'm lucky because I get to still be a part of the show with the commentary. That's what's saving me.
Damn, what about me, man?
But you have to do more stuff like this.
You
got to stay ingrained in the sport. And if you can, then it can replace some of what you're going to miss. Because the competition never goes. It's never going to go. Like, I compete in everything I do. I compete in everything. Like, even at the commentary table, I want to be the best. I have to.
Yeah.
The competition never goes. You just don't get to show it with your fist. But yes, you got to find something that kind of at least tries to fill the void. Because people don't know, man. You can't explain it. You can't give to them what you felt.
Yeah.
And then after that, the belt wrapped around you, that feeling of walking to the back and them handing you a check, the biggest check you've ever seen in your life, time and time again. You never get used to it.
We don't get the checks anymore. We get the
no.
wires.
Now you get the
now we get the wires.
But I
remember that when we get the checks to sign. I'm like, I can't wait to deposit this shit.
I never stopped. I was old. I literally just started getting direct deposits recently. I'm like, nope, send my checks. I'm old school, bro. I want to see my money. My pops always told me that. Yo, I like seeing my money.
Yeah, it's different.
But you'll never. You can't give that to somebody. You just got to tell them, I wish you could live this one day.
Yeah, one day. Man, it's for me, it's just sad because I'm like, damn. I know other things. I've coached. I used to cut hair. I used to sell stuff in high school, like candy bars and cupcakes and things like that. Like,
which is illegal.
I was always a hustler.
You're a hustler.
It was illegal, but I need to make money anyway, anyhow. Found wrestling. Wrestling wasn't no money for me. Eventually found MMA when I was in college, and I was like, fuck it, man. I'm going to try to make some money doing this. And I didn't realize how much of a pennies these were. Like, I'm making $500 to fight, $250 to show, $250 to win. And I'm thinking I'm rich. I'm cutting hair, doing all this other stuff. I'm coaching, grad assistant coaching, 2 years in college. My brother was still finishing up his degree. So anyway I could get it, and then I just saw MMA. I'm like, you know what? I'm still in school. I'm going to finish my degree, even though I want to drop out many times.
It's hard, yeah. It's
many times. I called my brother a few times like, I fucking hate this shit. These coaches, I think they're all racist. I don't like any of these guys. This is how I felt. Just getting denied and things that I've earned and kind of getting pushed out a little bit. But eventually, me and the coach, when I beat the one kid who was in the starting position 3 times in a row to earn my starting spot.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
And then one time was twice in a practice.
But was he good? Was he good?
The kid was good. He was a returning national qualifier.
So I got to ask you this question. When you guys were competing, though, was he out competing you?
In matches?
When y'all would go to tournaments,
he did better in one tournament.
So see that,
but he also had a better favorable side of the bracket.
So that is another part of coaching. Yeah, and that's an unfortunate part. It sucks.
It's hard.
I've had to do that to kids where the better they go pretty even in the room, but then when they get out in that competition, one kid is better than the other one. And me as a coach, I've got to put that bet. I mean, that's what I did. Bro, I never won a ranking match at Oklahoma State. I got beat every time by my teammates. But when we go to competitions, I would outplace them. And John Smith just said, Daniel's the guy.
Yeah.
I never won a ranking match. He just goes, Daniel's the guy. He competes better, and that's who I'm going to wrestle.
And that's usually how it goes. If he was clearly the better competitor, I'd be like,
but
okay.
If it was even, now it comes down to
I'm like,
who's
dude,
better.
How many times do I got to beat this guy?
Yeah.
I beat him twice in one practice, and then the week
he became an All-American.
No, not that year. Then we had to wrestle again the week of the qualifier. He pulls me in the office and says, I just don't think you're the right guy for the spot.
Oh, no.
You don't know what that did to my soul. After being happy, I'm in practice, cutting weight. He makes me get down to a certain weight in order to compete for the spot.
That's what we do, yep.
Because I was big. I was always big, man. I used to cut. You think I was a weight bully at 35. I was just big. I was just dense. So I cut the weight, made the weight. I beat him this time by 5 points, and he was like, "If you did this from the beginning, we wouldn't be in this situation." So he almost flipped the script and deflected.
He made you feel like you were wrong.
Like I was the bad guy.
You made a mistake by not beating him bad enough.
I beat him by a point, and then I beat him by 2 points. I'm like, "Yo, a win is a win, bro.
Yeah, win is a win.
Take that shit home, man. Like, no matter if it's an inch or a mile." But that taught me something. It's like you're gonna have to work super hard no matter what you do. And I felt like I hated him at the time. But in hindsight, like now in retrospect, I can look back at it and go, this taught me so much about the world. And no matter what you think you're owed, it does not fucking matter unless they give it to you.
Yep.
And sometimes you got to go out there and you got to take it. And that's what I did. So even doing that, I'm doing my podcast stuff and I'm doing a lot of different things. Of course, I got my rum company. This is like my passion project because it is a grind.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm up at like 3 a.m. I'm up early mornings for the East Coast time to call people in Amsterdam that I'm doing business with. I got to be up at a certain time. It's work. And I'm not Conor McGregor where people are just giving him the money for funding. And, kudos to him because he earned that.
Yeah.
But for me, I got to put in the work a little bit differently because I'm the actual founder and owner of the company and the brand. So it's a lot more legwork than people would probably think. And I'm not a logistics guy, so I'm crunching numbers and doing stuff I've never done before.
Yeah, but you can teach yourself anything.
Yeah.
You've shown that time and time again.
Once you've wrestled, man, everything else in life is easy.
Yeah.
I truly do believe that. So it may be hard, and people ask me, like, how the hell do you do all the things that you do? But I feel like when you have a passion and a drive for something, it makes it easier to want to get up out of bed. Like, wrestling, fighting, getting up for training, and doing those 2 days, and you're like,
I just want to sleep.
I can I get a day
Can I
off?
play some video games?
That's
like
it.
just it. Yeah, don't work that way.
It's crazy. So my producer, he wants to know, why do you think Jones retired and then came back to the testing pools so early? He wonders, do you think it's avoiding Aspinall, or was it like something else you think for him?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's very
interesting because he got cleared of that thing he had. Remember, there was like an issue he had with some girl. They were saying was an issue. He got cleared of that.
Yeah.
So now, maybe he was expecting something different, and now that he's cleared, he got back in the testing pool and says, my career can go forward. I find it. I have a hard time believing that he would duck somebody because he's good.
Same thing. I feel
he's very good, but he just seems to not necessarily be interested in fighting the kid.
Do you get that?
I don't. I don't
feel
get
like
that.
I kind of get it.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Can I tell you why I get it?
Tell me why. Please help me understand.
I feel like it gets to a certain point in your career when you've done so much. I don't want to say you earned the right, but you kind of indirectly earned the right to kind of pick what you think fight matters for your legacy.
So, I agree.
To an extent. And don't get me wrong, as a competitor,
I agree.
I would fight him. Because as a competitor, I want to shut everybody up.
I agree.
But I understand both sides.
So I agree. But when he fought Stipe, there was an interim champion. So in that moment, he got to choose who he wanted to fight for his legacy. Right? It's not like it's not like last November they said it's Tom Aspinall. You can't get Stipe. I think the idea was we'll give you this one, but then you give us this one.
Yeah.
And I think when it came time to deliver, he just was like, I don't really want to do that. Like, seriously, I just really don't want to do that.
Got you, bitch.
I got you, bitch. Yep, out of here. Get my money. Seriously, like, bro, he just like, yeah, I don't know why. I don't think Tom Aspinall is that hard a matchup for him.
I think it's a tough fight.
It's a tough fight, of course, but I don't think it's like so hard a match that he can't win.
I think he could still win, but I think the rough fights with you in the first one, I would say.
Yeah.
The fight with Gustafsson, the first one.
Yep.
And also the one with Reyes.
Yeah.
I think it gets to a point where you're kind of like, how many more of those do I really want to go through? That's why I applaud guys like Dan Hooker, who's like, I'm not fighting to win. Give me my money, my check up front. I'm here to fight, not here to.
No, for sure.
So when you got guys who fight with that type of style, I think it's a little different. But I don't know if Tom Aspinall is technically that type of guy.
Well, the problem is we haven't seen that much of Tom.
Yeah.
You don't know. Hold on a second. I have to send this. You don't.
If it gets taken down, what that looks like.
You don't know what it looks like. You don't know how he handles adversity. There are so many questions in regards to Tom Aspinall, but guess what, Aljo? He's going to answer those. And then the idea of a fight with him then, it's much worse. It's worse.
Yeah.
Right now you want to fight him because he hasn't experienced all those things. He will get through that. But what if Jon Jones, what if Cyril Gane wins? And John's like, I'm back. I already was in the testing pool. I was in the testing pool before he won. Give me a title shot. Would that not be the most ultimate move of all time? That shit would be hilarious.
That would be devious.
That shit would be hilarious.
It would be funny.
That shit would be hilarious.
He's going to get hated on for that.
Don't care.
But it's going to be funny.
He would make $10 million to become the heavyweight champ again.
Again, yeah. Over a guy he just took down relatively. My man came out, he threw a couple of strikes. He said, nah, we wrestling. We wrestling right now.
So bad, bro.
What has it been like for your perspective watching the Dagestanis ascend from Khabib?
Yeah.
Like coming into your gym, training as a young pro to, I guess many of them, I don't want to say dominating, but having I guess it's dominating for the most part. Overall, the record is relatively dominant.
I love it.
On the MMA scene.
I love it for those guys. They're great guys, man. They're loyal. They work hard. And I think
when did they come to your gym the first time? Like what year was
Khabib
that?
came in 2013 for the first time. But he came by himself.
I remember Khabib was training in New Jersey.
He was. Yep. He came from New Jersey. Came to AK
K Dojo.
Yep. K Dojo. Came to AK by himself. It would be him, Islam Makhachev, and Islam Mamedov. And
who's that one?
He used to fight in PFL in Bellator.
Does he
I
still
think he's
fight?
retired. No, he's retired. But those guys would come and you just saw right away they were special. They were special, man, and they are seeing the fruits of their labor. Hey, Aljo, they have no choice though. Like for us, it's a choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice. You can either become a world champion, a fighter, or you can go get a job. Something else might happen. Some people have money from their families. Not these guys. They have to make it. And when they do, they make a completely different life for everyone they love. And I think that is probably why you see them have that success at such a high level.
It's fascinating to see. And, you know, the crazy part for me is seeing that style come over. And this is my 2 cents. It's not very difficult wrestling. From a technical standpoint, I'm behind you, I'm locking my hands, I'm on the ground, I'm locking my hands, and they're just making guys' life miserable. And I don't understand. It's like Volkanovski is one of the few guys I've seen make great adjustments to fighting a bigger guy.
Yeah.
And giving him, I honestly, you're probably going to disagree.
He didn't win that first fight, bro. He did not win that. No, he didn't. He didn't win that first fight.
I thought at worst a draw.
Okay, he didn't draw. It wasn't a draw, my brother. I'm sorry.
I know you can't say it, but I'm going to say it for you.
No, I don't think so.
But Volkanovski, Craig Jones, like those guys, and Craig Jones is not even a wrestler. Like I've trained with him.
They did a good job. They did a good job prepping for it in a short period of time because Craig Jones was not with him for long.
Yeah. So then when you look at it, it's like when you analyze as a fighter who's trying to close the gap. I don't understand how these guys don't see what these guys are doing and saying, let me take a page out of their book.
You know why?
And drill. And
well, they don't want to work that hard. That is really what separates
the difference.
Are you going to work hard enough to not get overwhelmed by what's happening? That really is the difference. Like, we all did it. Kane did it. I did it. I would try to overwhelm you with so much wrestling and so much pace that eventually you would wilt. Who's going to match it? Jones did. That's why he won. Stipe was able to. That's why he won. Gustafsson was able to. We had a fight that was crazy. It's like most just don't want to do that.
I was shocked Gustafsson took you down. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's a different sport. But
I
was like,
oh
hell no.
I got too aggressive. I was trying to hit his head. I was trying to hit him, bro. And sometimes you overthrow and you get taken down.
No, of course. It's just, but when I saw it as a wrestler,
bro, he had great timing,
and I was like,
he really did have good timing.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way Gustafsson just did that.
And he was knocking me off my feet. If he was hitting me and I was like balancing, he would have never scored. Yeah. But I was overswinging so bad that when he would hit me, I would just fall. But I would get right back up.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to take you down and control you. I didn't expect him to take you down at all, but I was just really shocked.
Have you never been taken down, fool?
No, of course.
Yeah, then what you talking about?
I told guys, when guys say, I get guys who get so happy about taking me down. It's like, welcome to the club. Like,
get back up.
I'm the one of those guys you can take down. I'll give a takedown and then reverse the position.
And just make you tired.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hold me down. Yeah, I used to love that.
I'm like, you think you're winning because you got a takedown. I'm like, there's still a lot of time on this clock.
A lot of time left on this clock. Cassandra, what time is it?
Actually, let me give my Dagestani guys some praise because these guys in that foreign region, overseas, they think I hate them.
Yep, I don't know how. I don't think you do. I don't know how you could. Whenever you guys share a lot of similarities,
it's so crazy. I give a lot of praise, but I just don't sit there and gobble. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like they want you to say nothing opposing to this person has to win because inshallah. I'm like, dude, it don't work like that. If I'm dude, analyzing a fight and I'm breaking it down, I got to be fair and I got to be honest, right? So I don't think it's anything.
But are you saying the negative more frequently, more often?
I don't think so. I really don't. Do you think so? I mean, I don't know how much of the stuff you see.
I watch. I kind of get the idea that
they call me a Daggy hater. I'm like, based on what?
I don't feel like you're a hater. I feel like you're more willing than most to say if there's something negative about those guys. Because I guess.
But what's negative?
It's easy.
Saying that this other guy has a chance?
But it's no. Like, well, I think maybe you broke down Umar and Merab.
Yeah.
And you were kind of gloating a little bit.
After the fight or before?
Yeah, after the fight. Right? Didn't you break it down?
So I was with Umar and his brother in Abu Dhabi. And I've told this story before. I was in the car, and Umar is a very, I would say, prideful.
He's the best.
He's very good.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, man. But he's a nice guy.
So I'm not even talking about that. I'm just saying he's very prideful.
Yes.
So I'm not the one he's gonna have to fight. I already lost to O'Malley. I'm going up a division. But he's talking to me about the fight with Umar, with the fight with Merab, and he's saying, like, why won't he fight with me? Why won't he fight? And I'm like, bro, relax. It's gonna happen eventually. Like, he has no choice but to fight you.
Yeah.
And then I said, but brother, just know when you guys fight, he's gonna be looking to shoot on you 100 times. And then Usman's over there playing a video game on his phone. He turns and goes, and then he would defend 100 times. And it's me and my fiance Rebecca sitting in the car. I feel like I'm not gonna say nothing. It's 2 against 1. I'm about to get ganged up on right now by the Nurmagomedov brothers.
You're crazy.
And all for just giving him insight. I was giving him insight, like, hey, dude, I hope you're not overconfident about this fight. He was like, he has wrestling. He's like, he don't have wrestling, but if he's wrestling, it's not as good as yours. And then he said, if he take me down, what he gonna do? What he gonna do? And that's the part that I feel was a little bit of his shortcomings.
Well, I think he believes that he's as good. He believes that his skill set will carry into any fight. That's confidence.
But why do you need to tell me that?
Because you're closest to Merab.
But why?
Like, you're Merab's guy. Because guess what? When you left, you went to Merab and told him. When you left, you went to Merab and told him.
Wait, I said, Merab, I think Umar is overlooking you.
See? But you went to Merab and told him.
But is that a bad thing?
No, but that's exactly what.
It's not stirring the pot. It's not stirring the pot.
It's not stirring the pot, but he probably wanted to get a message to him. And maybe the message was to get to him and hopefully discourage all those takedowns. I don't know.
Maybe. I could never tell
you.
But
you had to go send the message.
And I feel like as a friend, I had to send the message.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Right?
Just like I would have told him.
Yes.
I would have absolutely told him.
So we're on the same page.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But I get flack for supporting my guy the same way.
I think a lot of times I get a lot of flack for supporting those guys.
And I don't get it.
I think it's association. I think it's just by association.
But those are your guys.
But it doesn't matter though. It doesn't mean that I don't like Merab. I love Merab.
Exactly.
I think he's awesome. But I think it's by association. That's just how people operate. You can never try to understand the way people judge and view you because it doesn't matter. They're ridiculous.
Yeah. So
that's one thing Rogan told me. That's one of the smartest things Joe Rogan told me.
He's a smart dude.
Yeah, bro.
Very smart dude.
He just told me, like, that shit don't matter. Like, people love you, right? But that minority of people that want to hate on you, they're going to be louder than anything you've ever dealt with. He goes, don't let that shit bother you. Why would it? It's not important.
Yeah. It's just it's a weird thing for people to say, like, I hate a certain people when I'm like, dude, I train with these guys. I see these guys. I tell these guys assalamu alaikum. I tell these guys, Kakdi, like, how are you? Like, you know, I talk with these guys. So it's not like I don't have a relationship with them. But if I'm going to be unbiased and I'm going to give my viewpoint on fights and breaking them down, even when I do Merab's breakdown, I talk about what he's good at and what he's not so good at. But I don't go and tell you, like,
I'm Merab, like, I don't know. I don't know if I would love that too much.
But I'm not.
I don't think I would do that. I'm just saying I wouldn't do that because I don't necessarily want to give away what it would take for someone to find success against me.
I'm not giving success. I'm giving what makes this person as good as they are.
Yeah.
So I'm breaking down your attributes versus this guy's attributes, and that's it.
Okay.
And I think that's the unique difference. And if I'm gonna be fair, I got to be fair. You know.
Got to be fair.
So that's what I try to do that as much as I can. And Merab and I, we've talked about it. He's cool with it.
Yeah, Merab's the best because Merab doesn't let anything bother him.
Yes. I will tell you that one definitely, that rivalry a bit for sure bothered him.
It bothered him?
Yeah.
Why?
I think because I feel like Umar was a little bit dismissive and I came off a bit,
I'll tell you
I would
this,
say
though.
a little disrespectful.
I'll tell you this, knowing Umar, it's not that he's dismissive or disrespectful. It's just the way he is. It's like there can be a difference in culture. There can be a difference in culture. And I think at times we have to understand. I've had issues before with my friends, those guys, because I can separate a relationship with someone else and another guy. And because they might not do that, it could become an issue. Like
doing interviews and stuff?
If Merab wanted you to, if Merab said, I hate Sean O'Malley. But if you're like, I kind of hate Sean O'Malley, but I don't hate him so much that I wouldn't say hi to him when I see him. I don't know what they do in Georgia. I don't know how they do that in Georgia.
Yeah.
But you're his friend. So as his friend, you have to kind of accept that a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And support him, even though it's not different. But before you get to the groundwork of that, there may be some confusion. And in that confusion, you guys have to come together as friends and then figure out how to move forward with it. I think that's what it is. I think just cultures are different. And Russians are very blunt. Like, it's not just those guys.
No, they're very, very
It's
blunt.
just this. It's that,
actually fascinating to see how blunt they are.
So many people.
But I can understand that viewpoint, though. But I just think it gets to a certain point where it almost comes off as very dismissive. And as anyone, I think you would as well. If someone was doing that, you would feel like you're kind of trying to... You're almost like trying to talk down to the person. And I think that's how it kind of came across. And that's why the rivalry was a little bit more heated than it probably should have been. Because Merab has nothing but respect for Umar. And I appreciate that of him because I think Merab is a really solid dude. I think Umar's a really solid dude.
Yeah,
that's why when he's saying this to me, I'm like, brother, why are you saying this to me? I don't want to be the guy delivering a message. I don't.
Yeah,
I like you. I like Merab. Like
go bring that
puppet
message
master,
out.
Right?
Yeah, he got you.
But that's all I want to say. Like I appreciate all those guys, especially Khabib and everything he's done for the sport. So I just hate that it comes off me giving an unbiased viewpoint that it looks like I'm being a hater.
It's
It's
literally just a minority, bro. I'm telling you, you would not believe how few people there are that say stuff like that. They're just louder. They're just louder than the ones that support you. And we as humans, when there is someone that is loud and obnoxious, that's kind of what we are drawn to, and it sucks. It shouldn't be that way.
It is the way that it is. What do you? I know you're a big wrestling fan. We got to see WrestleMania a little bit together.
Yeah.
I guess what do you think of John Cena's final year?
It's been awesome. It's been awesome to watch, man. John Cena. I believe that his performances this year have been as good as we've seen for a really long time. Before, when he was just kind of popping in and out, getting beat, putting people over, it wasn't as good. It's been good this year.
He's been doing so much like movies, man. I would see something like, when did you film this? And when did you film this?
Yeah, he's a man.
So many. The one that he was Ricky Stenicki.
Oh my God, that was funny.
Such a funny. It was such a funny movie.
It was so funny.
I had such a great time. We both watched it together, me and my fiance. So I thought that was really good. But it was always fascinating because I'm like, I just don't get how he can keep up with doing so much all the time.
And he also hosts like the Today Show on NBC. He's like,
I didn't even know that.
Very busy. Yeah, he goes and does that. Like every time there's a guest, it's like John Cena's guest hosting. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's these guys had a few other questions. Oh, did you wrestle Cael Sanderson?
I did 8 times in college. 0-8,
Oh my
obviously.
God.
8 times, yeah.
What was?
I never won a Big 12 title, and I never won an NCAA
Because of
title
him?
because of Cael Sanderson. Yeah.
How was that?
Awesome. It made me better. It's why I made the Olympic team, because I wrestled Cael so many times.
I had one guy that beat me 5 times from my freshman year in college to my sophomore year in college. And the last time he beat me was during the All-American the qualifiers. But before, I had this revelation in my head. My sophomore year, when I beat that kid that I was fighting for the spot, and I finally got my spot, I go to nationals, the qualifying tournament. I have to wrestle this guy to go to the finals. He beats me again.
Yeah.
For the 5th time.
Oh, my God.
And at that point, I told my coach, I get off the mat, and I say, whatever you tell me to do, because I was hard-headed.
Yeah.
So I told coach, I was like, whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it, because clearly what I'm doing is not working, and I'm not winning. And I don't like not winning. So that was like a big turning point in my career, and I put in so much time in the offseason, and that changed everything. Yeah. I became a 2-time. The next year, I didn't realize how much better I got. The first tournament of the year, which we go to every year, the Ithaca Open Invitational. There's 2 All-Americans, the kid that beat me, his teammate trying to take his spot coming up in weight, who was a national champion.
Jeez.
So, and then there's a national qualifier. I faced a national qualifier in the quarters. I beat him pretty handily. The semifinals, I faced the returning national champion. I beat him decisively.
Yeah.
Good match, though. He almost threw me. I was like, ain't no way I'm letting this 25er throw. And then in the finals, I beat this kid in overtime with the one move we were practicing over and over and over again. We would spend 30 to 45 minutes of practice in the offseason. and it was a Russian tie. And I wasn't good understanding the concept of the depth to shoot.
Yeah.
Even though I was super athletic, I just didn't know how to shoot and time it the right way. I didn't know setups.
Yeah.
I could hand fight, but I didn't know hand fighting, posting the elbow, getting to clearing the legs, clearing the lane. Russian tie, if I tied you up,
you got good at it.
I would pass the arm, throw bys, snap downs, shoot off of that, and I beat him in overtime. I got D3 Wrestler of the Week.
You happy?
Bro, I was I was walking on campus. Nobody could tell me nothing. I am the man right now.
Damn.
And that year, I All-American, and I believe we faced each other in the semi-quarterfinals to go for 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
The kid beat me the week before. The same kid who beat me so many times. I beat him early in the season, and I'm thinking he ain't got shit from me. I wrestle.
He beat you.
My coach told me to do something, and I did it, and I got taken down.
Oh, you probably like, Coach, I don't know what he talking
And
about.
then coach came to me. He's like, yeah, that was my fault. I thought he had something else. Paul LeBlanc, I would never forget that. I would never forget that. I thought he had something else. I was like, if I was just doing what I was doing, I could have won.
That was good.
Never won a qualifying tournament. And then we wrestled for the semi-consies, and I thought I had so much doubt in my head. I'm like, am I actually good enough to beat this kid or not?
You beat him again.
I beat him again. Had him cradled up. It was the most fulfilling thing.
Yeah.
Because it was my arch nemesis. We still talk. Him, me,
Really?
and Chad Winovich. Never forget the guy.
You should have been like, yo, I became the UFC champ.
He's super cool. So whenever we talk, it's always like
I would still tell you, I'd be like, I don't care if you became UFC champ.
I beat your ass. I think our record was like 3-6 with him getting the majority of the wins. Yeah. So that was that. What was Cain Velasquez like coming up as to become the champ?
The best. I've never seen anything like it. I still today have not seen anything like it.
Just like the work ethic,
Bro,
or just the
work ethic,
training?
The training, the skill set, the ability. He really could do it all. If he didn't have all those injuries, he would be by far the greatest heavyweight of all time. No one would have beaten him.
When did that start, though?
The injuries?
Yeah.
He was one of those kids that had nothing. He had so little that when he would get mixed up with people, no matter what they told him to do, he would do. So if the strength coach told him to leg press 800 pounds, he did. He'd leg press 800 pounds. He just did everything, bro. He was a monster, and he just worked, and he worked, and he worked, and he worked himself into like injury after injury after injury.
I can't tell you what, I was saddened when I saw him lost to Verdum, and I know that whole Mexico City thing, and I was heartbroken because I was like such a huge Cain Velasquez fan,
best,
just representing for the wrestlers. I'm like,
He
this guy's a heavyweight working like this. Ain't nobody gonna beat this guy.
And he wasn't even Cassandra. Could you send that to Jacoby and him? 3 tickets. Sorry, bro. We got a thing at 8:00.
Yeah.
Really? Mine works.
Yeah, that would have been fascinating to see, though, just like how he trained and his work ethic. Because I know as a wrestler, being a lightweight guy, how hard it is. And I know being a heavyweight,
For a heavyweight?
to do all that. And you just see this guy's gas tank, and I'm like, who can beat this guy?
I don't think anybody would have if he didn't have those injuries. Even Mexico City, he was barely coming. He was gone for a year before he had to fight fight.
Yeah.
It was too many starts and stops for him, but he was the best.
I remember his fight with Brock. When he turned Brock around
Brock.
and made him do the 360, and I was like, oh.
He's so good.
I was like, I can't believe he just did that to Brock. Because I know it's Brock Lesnar. I'm like, bro, you're doing that to Brock Lesnar? Like, this guy's a man-child, you know?
He made Brock look crazy out there.
Oh, so good. Last question from me. If you could watch work in one sport, I guess wrestling, MMA, obviously I don't think you're into football as much as you were before when you were in high school.
Yeah.
I guess what would that be?
If I did what?
If you could watch and only work one sport.
Watch and work only one sport.
And that's a tough
hard question, right?
My boy's asking me
My
that.
passion is wrestling. There's no life in wrestling for me in terms of what we live and how we live today.
Yeah.
It would be MMA. I do believe I have the best job in the world. And as much as I love wrestling, it's not as exciting as what I get to do on Saturday nights with Joe and John.
Yeah.
Bro, when I watch you guys, I'm so happy that you get to live these moments. Like, I watch you guys fight for world titles, and I still get chills on my arms.
It's
because I'm like so happy that you guys get to live these moments. There's nothing like it. We get to live the Super Bowl every month. Every month we get a Super Bowl. It's the best job ever, dude. Like, it really is the best job.
I agree. This is my question. You're coaching MMA also?
Yep.
So I guess you mentioned that you have a fight team?
Yeah.
So are you under Javier, or is Javier like
So
associated
Javier,
with it?
AKA, has their own team, and we started our own team. We are associated with that and all my other coaches and the gyms that they own that I trained with and at whenever I was fighting. But it's in Gilroy. It's actually in my gym where I have my guys. Yeah, I got dorms. I don't cut that. Yeah, I have guys training there. We work, man. We work, and I got some young, exciting guys that I think will make an impact.
Fighters.
All
Weight classes?
All weight classes, all the way up from flyweights all the way to heavyweights.
How many guys would you say you have?
Probably about 23 guys right now.
That's a solid roster.
Yeah, solid roster.
Do you get guys like trying to like import over or export over?
We do. We do have guys that sometimes leave other teams to come and train with us. They find like-minded, but it's like a college wrestling team. All training sessions are together.
Okay.
We travel together. Guys go fight. If it's in the area, we'll rent vans or buses and have. We had a guy fight in Ventura, California, so we rented a Sprinter van, drove everybody down to Ventura, and we all watched.
That's sick.
Yeah, we
That's like wrestling.
It's a college team.
Yeah.
I want that camaraderie. I want guys that care about each other.
So then how does it work? Because this has always been my thing with MMA teams.
Yep.
How does it work for like individual coaching and skill development?
So we do drills on certain days where we do a group drills with teams. But every Tuesday, every Thursday, and every Saturday, you have pads with individual coaches. So whereas we have team practice on Monday morning, Monday night. We have team practice Wednesday morning, Wednesday night. We have team practice Friday morning, Friday night. We have team run on Saturday morning or swim. After that, guys are responsible for pads all day and drills. Friday, all drills. Wednesday or Thursday, rest and jiu-jitsu, some light pads. Tuesday night, pads, weightlifting, and training. Like it's structured, right? So all the skills, and we also drill before every sparring session.
I would like to come down and check that out.
You should. Sure. It's awesome.
Where's Gilroy?
It's 30 minutes south of San Jose.
Is that North Cali?
Northern California, yeah. Okay. 30 minutes south of San Jose. It's awesome. But like every day we get to practice at 9 a.m. For the first half hour, we warm up like a team, and then we do a whole bunch of drills. And then the guys that are fighting then go into the cage and they do their rounds while everybody else does a whole bunch of rounds. That's where you build skills. I would spar 10 rounds a day when I wasn't fighting, but only at about 40, 50%.
Okay.
That's where you get better because you're touching, you're entering, you're getting takedowns. You're literally learning to fight in that light sparring.
More playful.
Play sparring.
Kind of like the Thai guys.
Yep. Open-minded.
Yeah. I would like to come out and maybe do like a 5 days a week or something like that. I've never been to San Jose.
You should come to a 5-day, train with us. You'd love it. It's hard, though. I train the shit out of these guys. I need to make sure I'm
kind of like...
You got to be in shape a little bit. Yeah, it's hard.
I don't want to be the guy to like, this the former champ.
No, but you can stop, right? Like, and I'm very open because I know how heavy the schedule is. I encourage the guys. I go, hey, if you're tired or you feel run down, tell me. I'm good to let you stop. Rest.
The guy's done.
It just died.
Yeah. But DC, I thank you for the time.
You're the man, Aljo.
I appreciate it. I know you were ducking and dodging me before, so I'm glad to finally.
I love that we got to do this.
Finally,
it was awesome. That phone's not gonna have any storage.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's actually a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I appreciate it. I tell people where to find you.
Guys, go to my YouTube channel, DC_MMA, DC_MMA, everywhere. From socials, everything. And
YouTube also?
YouTube, yeah.
I thought it was DC.
Daniel Cormier TV. Yeah, it's awesome. But I think it's still at DC_MMA. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I don't even know.
But it is going good. YouTube's going good. I love it.
All right.
It's going good.
Thank you guys for tuning in with us. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.